watching the gear.
All right, here we are.
All right. There's nobody else that's like viewing the proceedings or anything like that. And then the magistrate stands up and says, "We'll have this be somewhat informal, but I am Magistrate Vamros Harg, and he's an attractive-looking halfling."
Oh, wait, what?
Like looking in a mirror, isn't it, Joko?
Yeah, you wish.
But if we will come to order, Mr. Blazebeard Hammerstone,
Present.
you are charged with 1 count of arson of private property and 1 count of endangerment of over 200 lives. How do you answer these charges?
I'm going to whisper to him. Now, what you do is we put our heads together and we whisper like this. That way, it sounds like we know what we're doing.
Mr. Jocko, is it?
Yes, sir.
Are you his legal representation?
1 moment, sir. Am I your legal representation?
A simple yes or no will do, please.
So yes, we'll go with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I am at the moment, yes.
Very well. And how do you answer these charges?
How do we answer these charges?
Well, you see there.
I'm your representation. I talk for you.
Hold on. You see, I wasn't purposely arsoning this place or recklessly endangering. Remember, I was trying to save you, so not guilty of those things. Guilty of being a little goofy, maybe.
Goofy
Your
of
Honor,
being a
we'd
friend.
like to enter a plea of... how should I put this?
Self-defense.
No, not self-defense.
Maeve, you're sitting in the back. You're not up with them.
I lean over to Maeve.
I mumbled to myself.
This doesn't look so good for them.
Probably not.
Your Honor, we plead guilty to the charges with the caveat that Blazebeard's heroic behavior in the week since could lead to some mitigating circumstances for our case.
Such as?
Such as a lessening of whatever sentence you pass down.
Such as what mitigating circumstances?
Well, you see... Oh, I see. Well, you see, Blazebeard here was part of an adventuring party that consisted of him, myself, and 3 others, which I'm no doubt that you've heard about, gallivanting around town.
By the way, at this time, Jurin walks in the back, accompanied with a man that you don't recognize.
Okay. And we ventured deep into the kobold's lair, and we saved not 1, not 2, not 3, not even 4, but 5 children of your very nice town, and I see one of them is even coming in this door. I believe that would be Jurin Creed, son of Thodrin Creed, which I'm sure is a name that all of you recognize.
And
Gives out some good ale. Or wine, whatever it was.
so you would be the one that was asking for a reward for these children, then, correct? At least that's what I heard from the sheriff.
Some of us may have been, but I
Sheriff
will tell
Belson,
you...
that's correct, isn't it? To which the sheriff nods.
But was it Blazebeard himself asking for this reward, or was it some of his companions, which I choose not to name?
He told me that it was you, Mr. Jocko.
Oh, I'm not the one on trial here. We're talking about Blazebeard.
That's true. We're talking about me.
Rito's doing this in the back.
Hey, Joker, if things go awry, I can always set the place on fire.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Okay, just getting your advice. You're my counsel.
Maeve and Rito roll perception.
All right.
I leveled up
My perception changed because I leveled up.
Mine too. 26.
Mine is 23.
All
We're
right,
getting
you guys.
perceptive.
We're very
You guys-
perceptive couple.
You guys notice that the man that walked in with Jurin starts speaking with the sheriff and hands him a piece of paper. and then he goes and sits down next to Jurin. But anyways.
Interesting. I kind of tilt my head a little bit.
So, but it is. But as a side note, Mr. Jocko, you did ask for a reward, correct?
Well, I'd presume that one had been offered. Is all. I wasn't trying to put a price. I was saving these kids really out of the goodness of all of our own hearts. But I'm not the one on trial here.
This has little. This is. Excuse me. I multiple. As magistrate, I fulfill multiple functions.
Oh,
and
I understand.
This is a bit of a side note from the trial. This is not evidence. And
in that case, yes, I was the one who asked for it.
And he takes some notes on his paper.
Face palm, just full on. Oh my goodness.
Well, do I have to roll diplomacy on this? Because I'm just going to say
no.
Okay.
No, you stated what you stated.
Okay.
And so, tell me about this. How did you find out about the children being missing?
Well, how did we find that out? Out of character. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, wasn't it yeah, I think it was the sheriff who said it.
Yeah, the sheriff told us when we were in the cell. Out of character.
Well, we'd heard around town, and specifically from your good sheriff here, that these children had gone missing, and we figured, out of the goodness of our own hearts, and perhaps as a favor to the town that had been so very good to us, that we excuse me, that we'd come out and save these poor children, and perhaps
I whispered to Maeve. They told me there was money in it. That's why I went.
They told me too.
I mean, we might have been motivated by some sort of reward for it, yes, but the fact still remains that that we brought your children back safe and sound at no great personal risk to ourselves. I mean, at a great personal risk to ourselves. No small risk is what I meant to say. Shut up.
No small risk.
So,
Lean over to Retold. Yeah, you're telling me.
therefore, I ask that leniency be granted in the case of Blazebeard, as he was immeasurably indispensable on our quest. He burned some spiders. What else did he do? He shot some fire rays at things that didn't work, and he generally now he's got a nice crown. I don't remember what else he actually did.
I helped stop the Kobold King. With everyone together, we'd stop tons of kobolds from sacrificing.
Yes, he also helped the kobold. He also helped stop sacrificing some of these children that the kobolds were going to do. What in the world is going on at Ron?
I believe he's
I'm back at the
napping in the
hotel.
inn.
We get
Also,
your
we killed-
stories
also,
from across the town.
On the way back, we protected them from some wolves and some beetles. So,
but
If you guys-
but my question was how you found out about where the children were even at.
we'd been asking around. It turns out that some of these children had been sleeping at the halfway house, Elora's halfway house, as a kind of dare. So we started our investigation up there, and we saw some kobold tracks, and we followed.
How did you find this information? Because when the sheriff was looking into this, he did not find this information.
Out of character, how did we find this information?
We
Can't
spoke to the
We
parents and
asked
found
around
out where
town.
they were going.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
right.
the mom that Blazebeard got drunk. Don't mention.
Oh, that's right. Well, we talked to actually one of the sister of Holland, who was one of the children, Rouge Lady, and of course,
Is this what got you? Is this part of what brought you to the Rouge Lady? That before the incident occurred.
Indeed it is. We were there actually inquiring about these missing children, and we figured as a favor, in return for this information, that we would I'm kind of a performer myself, and I figured Blazebeard would help. Unfortunately, our act didn't go on as well as we had hoped.
So tell me what happened.
All right. Well, at the end of our act, Blazebeard, he miskicked. Now I flew into the audience, and some of the people there were
I
not
kicked off
too
doing
happy.
a dance. I was dancing on stage.
He was dancing on the stage, and as a distraction, so that I would not get beat up, he decided to wow everyone with a jet of fire from his hands. Unfortunately, his aim was a bit off. It was a complete accident. He was really trying to save me from a gruesome fate of being beat up by some people, and therefore, and if you'll note, also afterwards, he did his best to get some people out of there. He even helped widen the exits for certain members so that they could escape more easily. It was all a big misunderstanding, you see.
Widened the exit as in made the hole in the wall that had been reported.
Well, yes, but it did
So
save lives.
But from the fire which he had created.
Well, I suppose it was his attempt at personal atonement.
By creating more damage.
Well, it's either more damage to the place or more people possibly burning to death in the fire. I know which one I would choose.
All right. Well, I see.
I think we're going really well, Blaze.
I think so too. You're a great counsel.
I don't think it's going very well, Dave.
Probably not. But guys, we gotta wrap this up.
Yeah, we'll be wrapping up
They
soon.
like us.
You just ruined.
They'll probably build a statue to you.
Regardless
Oh,
of his motivations, the fact is that you were reckless in your activities and endangered the lives of over 100 people. And the report that we have compiled as to damages are substantial, and so therefore, I am going to have to incur a fine. And at this point, the sheriff walks up to the magistrate and hands him that piece of paper. And one moment.
Community service. Community service.
I have a feeling that we just got ourselves in with the mob. It's what's actually going on here.
Community service for the mob. Mob service.
This court is recessed for an hour,
Ooh.
and he gets up and leaves.
Interesting. So I'll go over
Fast
to Jocko
forward
and
an
I will say, Jocko, that note
Wait.
was from the Lumber
From
Coalition fella,
Thuldrin?
Jurins. Yes, that they handed it to the sheriff while you guys were talking.
Mm-hmm. That
Judge didn't
probably
look too happy about it.
no. That probably means that Blazebeard will probably get off fairly well, but I have a feeling we might owe him a favor in the future. I hope not. I mean, we did save his child. Maybe this is just a goodwill.
But then he paid us for it.
He did pay us for it. Well, here's remaining optimistic.
So you guys wait for an hour, and or unless you leave.
Well,
that
Blaze
time,
can't leave.
Nope.
Got
It's
my
true.
bail back.
So the magistrate comes back. Mr. Blazebeard,
Raise it.
your actions have been noted as to the saving of the children, and your reward money will go towards paying the damages, and you are free to go. And he gets up and walks
thank
out of the
you,
room
thank
and
you,
slams the
thank you.
door. And then the sheriff also leaves in a bit of a huff.
I'm gonna lean over to Rico. I think that kind of upset them.
But our reward money.
Wait,
I
what
know,
happened to the
right?
rest of our reward money? I'm going to ask like the clerk.
I say, I hope that was only
The
Blazebeard's
clerk
portion.
is like,
Okay, maybe then I say to me, maybe we shouldn't push our luck.
Probably not.
Shrug.
Honestly, I think we better leave this town, but I want that reward money first for everyone but Blaze. So
Good
where do
luck
we
with
go? Where do we go to get our reward money? Here's my knowledge local check.
that.
Apparently, we're not getting told.
To the sheriff's office.
Yeah, we
Sure.
can go to the.
16. All right. Okay, we're going to go to the sheriff's office without Blazebeard.
What am I gonna do?
Go back
I
to
would
the inn.
say, Jocko, I would say that Boric, Maeve, and I should go.
Well,
Kind of shrug. That's a-
well, I'll just keep an eye on poor Blazebeard then. Make sure he doesn't get drunk.
I got an idea. Since we both got really hammered last night, while they're fiddling about figuring out that reward money and everything, let's go take a nap. Not together, but back to the inn.
Wow, they tried to kiss each other last night, and now they're gonna go. Get
We
a-
were drunk, and
Extremely drunk.
I'm taking my nap in Maeve's room then, if Maeve's not in there. Just to make sure.
I'll actually sleep in a bed, try to regain some of my strength after being slapped by that.
All right.
So Retold Maven Boric, you're going to the sheriff's office.
Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
gonna stay at the hotel. I
Well,
might.
we're not-
Well, then we'll go.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
those
gonna
two.
let them go. I'm watching the gear still because
The two people with the
My-
lowest charisma.
my charisma is like, so I don't want to go.
Yeah, theirs
Yeah.
aren't as good
I'm
either.
incredibly low, but
Don't
okay.
doubt Rita.
But I know when to not push my luck.
Anyway,
I don't
just,
believe
I'll
that.
go talk to the sheriff. I want to see what he has to say. So
All right. Well, you step into the sheriff's office, and the receptionist that you've seen before looks up and, yes,
is the sheriff
I-
available?
he's in his office. If you are wanting to talk to him, I guess.
That would be nice.
Uh,
Just for a moment. He has
right,
it.
right
All right.
there, or the door right there.
We'll head in.
You people again. What do you want?
Me people. What did I do,
Yes,
sir?
you're with the party that saved the children, correct?
Yeah, they hired me to go and help heal their party. Yes, I'd never met them before that.
What do you want? What do you want?
I was coming to follow up on what the magistrate said. He kind of stormed out of the hearing before any of us could gain clarification on what the situation was. He had said that the reward money was for that dwarf was to pay for his damages that he had caused to.
All of the reward money has gone towards it.
I'll have you know, I helped put out that fire, and I was not there for any of that. And like I
You
said,
say I have a low charisma.
and I'll try to reason with him and be like, I don't see why me and Maeve here, who just came into town, were hired to help out, or part of our being having this incident pasted on us when we were not. We don't even know them other than before last week.
Probably need a
And
roll.
my
The decision was not mine to make, anyways. And you're real fine, aren't you? Pulling your strings with Thulgrin Creed, aren't you?
my diplomacy role is also
Yeah,
Well,
you act all noble, but then you go and align yourself with the most evil man in this town.
Told you we were with the
We're
mob.
doing everything that we can to uphold the law, and then you go to the man that trounces on it. Get out!
wow. Let's say you don't know what you're.
Get out!
Don't know what you're talking about, sir. I'll get a finger and walk out.
Although,
I say, well, clearly, the sheriff is not thinking clearly. I should inform the others. We should probably move on.
quickly.
Kind of roll my eyes.
Like our legs
Before-
on fire and our butts are
And
catching.
well, I will turn back around and I'll I'll call over my shoulder. I was like, Sheriff better watch his back. If he knows what's good for him, talking to treat people like that, and I'll roll my intimidation on that.
Oh, why don't?
Who is it you're intimidating?
Who are you
I'll
intimidating?
say it,
The
I say it
air?
loudly as I leave the office. Rito's getting a little annoyed. So his intimidate on that was actually 26.
You intimidate the air?
No,
Well, I guess
as
you
we're
would
leaving, so the receptionist heard, and I call it loudly, so if he was in his office, he would have heard this orcish growl as I watch out for the way he's been treated. Rito doesn't like someone shouting in his face. He didn't do anything except help the town. I was like, and I'll say,
Well,
I was like, this is how a town treats its people when they try to help them out. It's pretty ridiculous.
Well, you frightened the receptionist, and she looks terrified.
I just tatter and walk out.
Where do you go?
All right. All right,
to
I'll head
the
back to
inn?
the inn to inform them of. I say,
Quickly.
well, apparently, all the reward money Blazebeard has cost us, not just his share, but all of our shares. So
I'm gonna
should give
smack him.
That was a long time ago.
and get out of town.
Well, I'll tell you what. I agree with Rito. There's a certain sense you get of when it's time to pick up and move on, and this is very much that time. As in, we should probably leave like before sundown.
Now.
Yeah, like
Yes.
now, like now.
Yeah.
There's a knock at your door.
Oh,
Well, that was quick.
blimey.
Oh, maybe it's the steward finally.
I'll open the door a crack. Say yes.
Flapjacks.
My sister wants to talk to you. It's Holland.
Oh, that
Hello,
kid.
Hoffman.
Ooh.
All right, so I'll open the door. Is she there with him?
No. She said she wants you to meet us over at our house in an hour.
Very well.
Well,
We'll tell her we'll be there. Can you
Then
tell
he's
us where
like-
your house is?
Yeah. So, looking at the map, it is this house right here.
hey Mandy, can you keep going, or do you have to end?
If this is a very quick thing, I can. But I do need to.
It shouldn't take too terribly long.
Okay.
I have some shopping I'll do off once we're done too, real quick. So
Okay, so we'll presume that you do that during the hour time period, and we'll
Sounds-
do that after
Yeah.
everybody else.
Me
Sounds
too,
good.
'cause-
Okay.
So an hour passes by.
we go shopping. Yay!
Hey, that happens.
All right. Then you guys go over to her house, and
Yes.
and she greets Boric at the door. Please come in. Boric, please hurry, come in.
I go in.
This is Ralla speaking.
The
Okay.
one that Blaze got drunk way back when.
Yes, ma'am.
Move your camera
We go-
first of all. Were you followed?
Not that I know of.
Perception check.
I was gonna say jump in. I didn't get a chance, but while we were shopping, I would have been watching our back after that incident with the sheriff.
All right.
Perception check was 17 on the where we followed.
Rachel, what's your perception check?
24.
And my perception was 17.
And you guys didn't see him, but anybody. But were you followed?
No, we weren't followed.
Oh, thank goodness. The man I work for, Cabran Bloodeye.
The half orc.
Yes, the one with the broken nose and the nose plate. If you've seen him,
Yes, very attractive.
yeah, he is livid with your group.
Lovely.
What happened?
I don't know what has I'm not sure, but somehow you've incurred his wrath, and this man, I'm sorry that I've had to lower myself to what I have to do. I'm sorry, but
It's okay. It's okay. Just calm down.
this man is murderous.
Are you in any danger?
I'm murderous.
I gently pat Maeve on the
See,
shoulder.
clean
There,
so
there.
many things in half. 50
It-
times the size of that.
I'm afraid you don't understand. It's not just him. He's the one that controls the gangs in this city or this town. It's
Rala, are you in any danger? You or Holland?
I don't think so. I don't think he realizes, my connection completely with you, but
Well, we appreciate the
but
warning. Is there
Boric,
anything else we
Boric,
should know?
do you know why he would be so upset with you
With me,
or with your party?
I think it's because he didn't get to milk us for money at the hearing.
No. I think it's because we've allied ourselves with Uldren, and nobody likes him.
Well, you've allied
Probably.
yourself with Uldren.
Well,
That's what
actually,
people
we
think.
haven't allied ourselves with him. We went and he invited us to dinner, and we went and had dinner, and he gave us a reward for finding the children. I think it's a money thing with your boss.
Whatever we've stumbled into is obviously far over our heads at this point.
I'm so appreciative of you saving my brother. He's the only thing I have. You people need to get out of town.
We
That's
will.
exactly-
Appreciate the warning. That's the plan.
But he's gonna come after you when this may have to do something with the fire. I don't. He may not have got. What was there? There was supposed to be a trial about this. What happened?
Well, it more or less got dismissed.
The reward money we're supposed to get for saving your brother and these other children, I thought that went towards the rebuilding of the brothel, and I thought that would make him happy.
Did they say how much the reward money was?
They didn't
No.
mention it to us, no.
Oh no! Oh, the deity is above. Oh, yeah. Oh no!
What?
With your Ultron Creed and they probably they must not have paid him anything, hardly anything at all. You have to get out of town now.
Right then.
Please. You can't even stay here now. You need to go now.
Okay.
Well,
Thank
Very
you.
well.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
See ya.
By the way,
Thanks for the
can
warning.
I retcon something real quick?
What
The
is it?
hour that we had before we went there, while shopping was happening, we were also packing up and getting ready to go, and we have our packs. I was-
Because we all wanted to get out anyway after the
Yeah,
sheriff.
You
had
were
it.
saying that,
I would
so
have had all. I would
I'll
have had all
say
my
you-
stuff with me. But yeah.
I'll say you've got your gear with you, but we've got to end it tonight because Mandy's got a test tomorrow. So
Okay.
It's a good
Yeah.
cliffhanger.
Oh,
it's
it's
a
always
bit of a
about
cliffhanger, but so
All right, any XP for whatever the heck that session was all about?
yeah, everybody take 500 XP for role playing.
Okay.
and 70 hit points of damage.
Any nominations for extra good role playing?
Ooh.
I want to nominate Retol for his threatening of the sheriff.
I was gonna nominate Retol.
Well, you can second the nomination.
I second the nomination, and also for getting more into character today, and for kind of going between like an angry white man and an angry black man at times. With his section. It was.
Thanks.
He's working on it. You know how I go Scotch, Irish,
He's
Australian.
half human, so there's some of both, right?
There you go. Apparently, all orcs talk like this back in the hood where they grew up from. Just saying.
Chat nominates Blazebeard in his drunkenness.
I was about to say,
I'll
gonna say
drink
John
that.
and Blaze, their drunken night out was pretty entertaining. I like that. And more. Oh, hold on, I got one for Maeve for smacking the living daylights out of Blazebeard in the shop.
Like
that was pretty
4 times.
I
It's kind of like her
will,
thing.
I will unnominate that.
Nominate.
Unsecond.
It wasn't just for smacking him; it was for getting him 19 and nearly knocked him out.
Nobody likes Blade Spirit. Everybody picks on Blade Spirit. Except for chat. They like it.
For good reason.
And
Chat says Ace Attorney Jocko Wright.
Oh, yeah. Nomination
there were
for
people
Jocko.
saying his lawyering roleplay. That was pretty good. So.
Good,
All
good
right.
bluffing.
Also, the chat nominates you, Sheldon, for your sheriff. You really scared them.
That was pretty intense. I was like, "Whoa, okay." I guess.
It's
And I'm like,
drinking.
"Wait." I had to do a double check. I was like, "Wait, what would my? I'm a half orc with a temper. What would I actually do?" So I had to kind of like, okay, as I'm walking out, I try to intimidate him.
What can you say? I've got a bunch of pent up rage. What can you say?
I will add. I really liked your pink gnome voice today. That was hilarious.
Oh,
That was fun too.
Now nobody see the wizard. Not nobody, not know how. That's what I was getting.
So,
Let's wrap it up then.
yeah, we're wrapping up.
Yeah.
Do we have a time for next when we can get this group
Oh.
together?
That's a good question. Maybe Friday, but if not, then I'll have to get my schedule on Wednesday for next week before I
Okay.
can say anything else.
We will announce it by Thursday, which is where we'll have the other group, where Brayden, Mandy, and Ron will be back and myself for Up in Ashes, or not Up in Ashes, but Roll of the Dice Outlawed, and their other campaign that they've got going on. So we'll announce it then, and you can also follow me on Twitter, and I'll announce when this group is going live. So,
Sweet.
yeah, at Progstorm on Twitter. VODs, youtube.com/ProgstormRising. I promise tomorrow is... Actually, I'll start working on it tonight, getting up my backlog of VODs, and so... But thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Thanks to the group for the role playing. It was fun, and yeah,
And we're screwed.
and you got to
Little
get
bit.
you got to get out of Dodge.
Yeah.
So
Let's just stealth our way.
you might have
That's
to.
what I do best.
So we'll
If
see
we
you
make
guys.
it diverse by burning different buildings as we go, they won't know which way to look for us. Anyway, go ahead.
We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.